Welcome on Laird President of Alabama A&M University Dr. Hugine Jr. He has conquered bachelor's and master's degrees in mathematics from South Carolina State. Also served as the ninth president. He opened New Jersey.
The WTPS News team is currently interviewing HBCU presidents to learn more about the traditions and values of Black colleges and universities. Today we have the privilege of interviewing Dr. Hugine Jr. First question is from Jazaria. Can you give a little background knowledge about growing up in Greene, South Carolina?
Very good. But let me first commend all of you. You've done a wonderful job. I'm just so impressed with your information and knowledge about Alabama Agricultural and Mechanical University, and we look forward to having this conversation. I do want to mention something before I forget, because it is a recent occurrence. You mentioned the bell tower, and there is a project and activity sponsored by Home Depot that's called Retool Your School, where institutions have the opportunity to compete for grant funding. Alabama A&M University has been successful. This is our third Retool Your School grant, and we were pleased to announce that we did win this year. And also, we're going to use those dollars for the bell tower. So I just wanted to mention that initially to you. A bit about growing up in Greene, South Carolina. I grew up on a farm, and so I had the pleasure, I guess you'd call it that, of taking care of farm animals and, slopping the pigs and milking the cow and tending the crops in the field. And so that was the early start for me at Greene, South Carolina. Today, it is still a rural area. We do not have even a traffic light in Greene, South Carolina.
How long have you served as president of Alabama A&M University?
I've been blessed and fortunate. I'm in my 12th year. I will be retiring from Alabama A&M University in December of this year, and at that time I would have served for 12 and a half years.
What steps have you taken to become president?
Do next. My first job in higher education, I served as director of what we call our Student Support Services program. And I did that a year out of being a graduate of South Carolina State. But someone saw the work that I did and thought that I would be able to handle it, and gave me that opportunity. And I served in that capacity, and then I moved into another administrative position, ultimately going on to Michigan State University to work on my doctorate, and then came back and served as a researcher, and then assistant vice president for academic affairs, and then interim executive vice president, and ultimately president. And so at each turn, I never hesitated about taking on challenging assignments and working hard on those. So that's how you prepare for the presidency, just as you would any other assignments that you have.
Could you share with us some of the new things that Alabama A&M has acquired to its campus, such as the electric bus and new building?
Well, if you've got 5 or 6 hours, I'll kind of share with you some of what we have. We're so pleased and proud of what is occurring here at the university. I'm happy you mentioned the electric buses. We have 3 of those, and we're expecting another 3 of those electric buses. We are the first university in the state of Alabama to have electric buses, and our intent is that we will obviously move to having all non-fossil fuel vehicles as it relates to our buses on the campus. We're also building a bus wash, and with that bus wash there will be an electric charging station that's a part of the university here. We, since my arrival, completed a new residence hall that houses about 400 plus students. It is a suite style residence hall. We are now under construction. We have our new university event center, and the event center will be a place that not only will we play basketball and volleyball, but it will also house other programs such as commencement, our honors and awards program. It will be a place that individuals can rent for receptions and for weddings and the like. And it's located in a very high visibility area. Within the next 30 days, we'll be having groundbreaking for our new Welcome Center. The Welcome Center will house our admissions office, but it will also be a location that will have a food court attached to it. We have just completed a $2 million renovation of our dining facility on the campus. We did a $4 million renovation of one of our residence halls, Thigpen Hall. And for those persons who were at the university for a period of time would be familiar with Thigpen Hall. We've invested probably some $40 million or more in upgrading facilities on the campus. And so it's a beautiful campus. We have invested heavily in ensuring that this campus is going to be ready for the 21st century and beyond.
That's amazing to know.
That's wow.
Did you know Dr. Hadia Nicole Greene, an Alabama A&M alum, is an African-American medical physicist known for the development of a method using laser-activated nanoparticles as a potential cancer treatment. She received a full academic scholarship to Alabama A&M University, where she earned her bachelor's degree in physics with a specialization in optics and a minor in mathematics in 2003. Greene became an assistant professor at Tuskegee University in the Department of Material Science and Engineering. In 2016, she was recruited to Morehouse School of Medicine in the Department of Surgery and received a $1.1 million grant for the Veterans Affairs Historically Black Colleges and Universities Research Scientist Training Program to advance her laser treatment. In 2016, Greene founded the Oral Lee Smith Cancer Research Foundation in memory of her aunt. Dr. Greene's ultimate goal is to translate these treatments from the laboratory into humans to demonstrate efficiency in a variety of cancer models, including those in the head and neck, breast, brain, lung, ovarian, cervical, pancreatic, anal, skin, and prostate cancers.
What is your philosophy for the key to success?
The philosophy for the key to success is what I said earlier, is that, you have integrity, you do the right thing, even when people are not watching and looking, do the right thing. Always realize that you are being evaluated and reviewed. And so it's important that you conduct yourself in such a way. It's important that you surround yourself with like-minded individuals. There's this old adage that says, if you show me your friends, I'll show you your future. So you be very, very careful of the people that you associate yourself with. As a president, it is important that I surround myself with individuals that have similar values and similar beliefs, and they're interested in moving forward as well, that they have, quote, as much to lose as I have to lose. And so that's what's important as it relates to being successful, and never forget to work hard. I think it was Martin Luther King Jr. that said, if you're going to be a street sweeper, you do that in such a great way that people will come from around the world just to see the street that you were sweeping. And so that's how we are able to have individuals look at us, and that's how we're successful in life.
What would you like to say to the audience listening about goal setting?
It is important that you have a roadmap to where you're going, and that's what goals provide for. And you have to have a plan for that. It's not something that you just wake up one morning and decide that you're going to do. So goal setting is important, that you set realistic goals, but also it's important that you set what I call stretch goals, aspirational goals. Broaden your horizon. Don't just take on those goals that you know you can achieve. But remember, the sky is the limit. Think big, think wide, broaden your horizons. And that's how you're able to stretch, and you achieve much more than you think you might be able to achieve.
This concludes our interview. On behalf of Macon County Schools, thank you for your time.
Well, thank you so very much again for doing this. And we're just so pleased that technology allows us to continue to be connected and continue to share and engage in this process. But I am retiring from my profession in education, and I'm going to be entering a new profession, and that profession is that of a full-time grandfather. So I've got three wonderful
Congratulations.
grandchildren, one 4 months old, one 4, and one 7. And so I'm looking forward to spending full time with them as they are, they're growing up and we can engage. I remember as a child how valuable that experience was. And so my wife and I are looking forward to doing that.
Yes, sir. Enjoy that. And if you're going to the game this weekend, the Classic, I hope you enjoy that as well.
Well, not only will we enjoy the Classic, we're going to bring home another victory this
Yes,
weekend as
sir.
well.
Yes, sir. We have some Hornets and watching too, so I hope
That's all
they
right. They watched from afar last year as we returned with the victory, and so they can watch again this year. So go Bulldogs!
go Bulldogs.